Good day everyone, presenting to you B&L's Mini Mechanical Saw. Field of Invention. The Mini Mechanical Saw is powered with 220 volts single phase starting and running capacitor. The structure is enclosed with a frame to assure safety of the operator. The purpose of this invention is to provide a friendly and convenient usage in terms of the overall function. The saw is designed to cut the maximum size of 4 by 4 inches with no specific length and type of wood. The blade is recycled the same as the bandsaw blade. Background of the invention. The present invention relates generally to the field of bandsaws. More specifically, the present invention discloses a mini mechanical saw that is balanced so that its center of gravity coincides with the cutting edge of the bandsaw blade. Bandsaws have been used for many years to cut wood, metal, plastics, and other materials. A conventional mini mechanical saw has a blade forming an endless loop that extends about the two-ply wheel. One of the wheels is driven directly by an electric motor to drive the bandsaw blade. The workpiece is typically fed on a platen extending outward from the bandsaw blade so that the workpiece will intersect the moving blade at a desired location and orientation. Bandsaw in the advancement of cutting machines have not met the expectation and successes in the past years. It made the operator to have complex and labor-intensive to operate that enables people to innovate and do some upgrade product relevant to bandsaw. In addition, the use of electricity is also main concern because all bandsaws use direct motor with high voltage capacity. This is not economical when in terms of budget. Brief description of the drawing. The following are the figures provided based on the drawing below. Figure 1 is the top perspective view of a mini mechanical saw according to one construction of the invention. Figure 2 is a front view of the mini mechanical saw. Figure 3 is a left side view of a mini mechanical saw. Figure 4, top of the mini machine view. Figure 5 is a bottom perspective view of a portion of the mini mechanical saw. Figure 6 illustrates the flow of system and proper usage of the mini mechanical saw.
Next is the detailed description of the drawing. Figures 1 to 6 illustrates a mini mechanical saw having a wood frame housing according to one construction of the invention. The housing includes a deck supporting a motor and a blade guard coupled to the deck. The motor is enclosed by a housing preferably formed of wood. Other suitable materials may be employed. The motor and the drive assembly are operable to drive a continuous mini mechanical saw blade having a cutting edge to cut a workpiece. So, based on the drawings below, the mini mechanical saw have different parts which is mainly made out of wood from the overall frame up to the bottom part which was the motor was placed. The patent claims. So in this patent we claim that a mini mechanical saw comprising a main frame and a lower wheel rotably carried by a said main frame and an upper wheel rotably mounted on a subframe which is pivotably connected to said main frame to permit variance in the vertical position of said upper wheel in respect to said lower wheel upon pivoting of said subframe, and a member connected to subframe for relative movement in respect thereto. Spring means interposed between said member and the subframe to exert a bias on said member and subframe in a direction tending to separate said member and subframe. So based on the drawing, we can say that the overall frame of the product mainly composed of rotably mounted some subframe so that the operator can have a safety when cutting any types of wood. And an adjustable connecting means said member to said mainframe to permit said member to be moved between fixed positions away and towards said mainframe, such as movement being transferred through the said spring means to said upper wheel. So there is also an adjustable spring which makes the rotary wheel adjust in accordance with what is the length specified kung unsay kanang length nga gusto nga i-cut sa or dimension sa wood nga i-cut. And also, a mechanical saw indicating means operable to indicate the relative position of said number in respect to said subframe, thus providing an indication of the amount of tension force of the mini mechanical blade. So, the blade of this mini mechanical saw has its own subframe nga nag-protect so that dili siya moambak if ever na ay kanang loss of tension if there is an excess of tension nga na-apply tungod sa pag-adjust sa spring. So, much safer sa operator ang pagbutang og frame sa mini mechanical saw. And then we have these drawings. And the drawings composed of 6 figures. Figure 1 is the top view. Figure 2 is the front view. Figure 3 is the left view. Figure 4 is the top of the machine view. Figure 5 is the bottom view. And figure 6 is the flow of system, which has 6 numbers, and each number composed of its parts. So number 1 and 2 is the flywheel. So it makes the blade to rotate. Number 3 is the motor machine. Number 4 is the blade. Number 5 is the water tank, which made the wood much easy to be cut because of the liquid. Number 6 is the on and off switch. And lastly, we have this abstract. So the present mini mechanical saw is somehow similar to bandsaw, but it differs in terms of model and design. It doesn't have a band, which made the term mechanical takes place because the rotary flywheel is directly attached to the motor machine. So it is not it is similar to bandsaw, but it is quite different because of its rotary flywheel and the band. So that's all for the patent of our product, the B&L's mini mechanical saw. Thank you for listening, everyone, and have a great day ahead.